Are you tired of playing small, but also afraid to take risks? Are you stuck in your comfort zone wanting to break out, but afraid of failure, afraid that you won't succeed? This is the thing. We have this safety net, this 1 foot in the past energy, just in case. Just in case. But why are we living with this just in case energy? We should be living with optimism and a vision for the future. We no longer need a safety net because we have wings and we're about to fly. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. This is the thing. We're so comfortable in where we're at. It's like we're wanting to venture out. We're venturing out. We're trying these new things. We're getting excited, but then we run back in. It's like that cave analogy. You know, we might go outside the cave and have a small little walk, but then we're like, oh, let's go back in just in case. And this is it. Like we're always in that just in case energy. It's like, let's make sure we don't veer too far off the path, just in case I fail. The vision I was getting the other day is this little cushion. We have this little cushion underneath us. You know, so if we just we climb a little bit, but we won't go too far away from this cushion, this safety cushion. So we're continuing to play small. You know, this is the comfort zone thing as well. It's like I've said this before, like, you know, we fear taking those risks. We fear jumping outside our comfort zone. We fear trying something new. But then we push ourselves through it because, you know, the way it is anyway, you know, if we don't leave what's not for us, we'll be pushed or forced out of it. This is why listening to your inner guidance is so important. So, you know, we're going to have to go outside our comfort zone at some stage. It's going to be, if we don't do it willingly, it's going to be forced. Because we keep going on this ascension journey, this healing journey, this growth journey, whatever you want to call it. We're taking those baby steps every day. We're growing, we're evolving, we're doing the thing. And we can go through this energy of so much fear, and it's like, I don't want to take the next step. Let's stay here where it's warm. Oh my God, there's a cushion here. If I fall, I can land on the cushion. This is the energy. It's like, don't go too far because then you won't land on the cushion. That's the way I see it. Like, it's like we're literally hovering over this safety cushion. We might take a tiny little bit, you know, tiny little step, a little bit off, but like we know if we fall, we land on the cushion. So we're not actually going as far as we can potentially go, as far as we should go. And it's like every time we take that step forward and we try something new, we push through all these fears. There's that procrastination. There's that imposter syndrome. It's like, oh, can I ever really do this? Is this for me? Do I belong here? And then we do it and we're so excited and it's amazing. Like, you know, I remember before I started doing videos, oh my God, I was petrified. Like, you know, when I started coaching I was like, how am I going to share content? I'm afraid to go on camera. And I was like, I'll write content. That'll be what I'll do. I'll write content. And then I was just kept being told, you have to put your face out there and all this. I was like, I can't. I don't like the camera. And I just pushed through the fear one day, and I did it messy, and I did it wrong, and I did it all. Oh, it's embarrassing to look back on those things. But now I love sharing content. It's a part of who I am. But I got to the stage where I got comfortable again. You know what I mean? And, you know, you get comfortable in this little area. It's like I got my new cushion. You know what I mean? My new safety net, my new thing to fall back on. Like, you know, if I stay here, it's fine. I don't have to try anything else. And then you're playing small again. Because this is the thing, like, you know, you might be playing bigger than you did before when you pushed through a new fear or you went up another level. You are playing bigger than you were previously. But that's not half the size you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? You're supposed to play big, 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 big. And how are you supposed to play big, 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 big if you're literally staying over this cushion? You know, this is it. We need to start trusting that there's more for us. And with every step forward, there's actually another step behind that. Now, I'm not saying jump because it's scary. Go for the one step at a time, but don't get stuck in the next step. This is our problem really, is that we get stuck in the next step for too long and we get too comfortable. And it's like, And like for me personally, like I've been doing this midweek mindset live, and you know I love doing it every week. I do it with my good friend Carol, and we do it every week, and I love it. I absolutely love it. If any of you've seen it, we just share about mindset and growth and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely love doing that. But I've been getting guidance for a long time that it's run its course for me, and it's time to do the next thing. And I'm like, I don't want to change. I don't want it to change. I love doing this. Why do I have to change? But the guidance I've been getting is you need to let go of something in order to bring something else in. You have to take the next step. You know, I got comfortable in the energy of doing this once a week that I was like, I don't have to do anything else now. You know what I mean? I'm going to stay here forever. I'm like, I have a new cushion. I have a new safety net. I'm going to stay here forever. But I kept getting that inner guidance. And like, it's the same guidance I've gotten before with things. And this is the thing. When I didn't listen to the guidance in the past, when I don't, you know, and we all go through, we don't listen to the guidance. We're in denial. We don't want to change. We want to stay in our comfort zone. We want to stay over this cushion, and we don't listen. And eventually it's going to get to the stage where we're actually pushed out of our comfort zone. So I actually took this guidance now as a way of saying, you have to take the next leap now before you're forced to take it. So I've been playing with this for a while, but I didn't really think about it till the last weekend. I was just like, this is it. I have to take the next step. I have to let go of one thing in order to take the next step. I have to jump or I have to fly. And this is it. You know, there is that quote, like, if you take a leap, the universe will throw you a net. But I don't really like that, because you see, that's saying that you're going to fall. You're not going to fall. When you jump, you're going to spread your wings and fly. And this is it. We have to understand that, like, you know, no matter what it is, and this is it, like, it's that comfortableness. Like, there mightn't be anything actually wrong with what you're doing or your projects at the moment. You might be still enjoying them, but it just might be time for you to expand. And that's what it is. It's expansion. You're not supposed to play small. And this is the thing with the lives. Like, you know, when I started posting, I used to do lives initially because it was like to go past that fear barrier. Do you know, because if I'd have, watched the videos, I probably wouldn't have, uploaded them. But like I stopped doing lives again, and I started to go back into this comfort zone of recording videos. And then I started doing the lives on Wednesdays, and I got so comfortable in that. I was like, I don't have to do anything else now. I'm fine. And you know, now I keep getting ideas for more that I want to do. And this is the thing. They're not just new ideas. Like, look back on before your growth journey, or when you started to see your vision for your purpose. You obviously have a list. Like, for me personally, I have a list of things I want to do when it comes to coaching. I have a massive list of things. But when I started, you know, I was like, I did the first thing. I was like, that's fine. I don't need to do anything else. And like, you know, now I'm getting to this stage where the things on my list need to start happening. The extra things on my list need to start happening. And I'm in the stage now where it's like, these are things I've dreamed of. These are things I really want to do. So why am I afraid? Because I was in that comfortable bubble again. I was playing small. And that's it. And that's what I was doing. I was continuing to play small. I was like, if I hover above this cushion, I'm safe. And this is what keeps us stuck. We literally have one foot in the past. And we cannot move forward unless we release that past, or unless we release the thing that's keeping us stuck. And, you know, that sounds bad, like that. It's keeping us stuck. It's not keeping us stuck. It's keeping us from expanding. When we get too comfortable in something, it keeps us from expanding. And every next level, we meet another comfort zone. We really do. We're after going through all the fears again. And we're like, oh my God, I don't want to do this again. And then it gets exciting and you feel good at it. And then you keep going and you get better and better and better. And then you're like comfortable again. You're like, I don't have to do anything else. I'm good at this now. I'm not doing another fear thing. I'm not doing another fear thing. And then you're like, you have to do another fear thing. But remember, this is the thing that we forget. Is fear is a choice. We're fearing something that's not real. We really are. We're creating a scenario that hasn't happened and that may never actually happen. You know, and what I find with anything that's destined for us, if it fills you with love, if it fills you with joy, it means you should do it. And oftentimes the ego mind stops us from doing the things that we really need to do. And that's when the fear comes in, the false fear. And that false fear is completely false. Because when you push through the fear, you're like, what the heck was I ever scared of? This is the thing I wanted forever, like, and now I'm getting it. Why am I afraid of it? And that's, like, you know, when it comes, like, I'm going to be doing webinars and workshops. I'm going to start off with webinars. That's my new venture. And initially, when that was mentioned to me, I was like, no, I can't do that. Oh my God, I can't do that. That's too scary. That's too scary. And it's just like, okay, I don't feel like I'm ready to do webinars, but actually, am I ready to do webinars? But I'm just a little bit scared because it's a little bit different. And I was like, this is something that's on my list. Webinars and workshops are on my list of things that I'm dreaming of. And yet I'm saying I'm not ready and I'm too scared. And I was like, you cannot become ready for something unless you try the thing, if you practice the thing or try the thing. And it, you know, and the minute I removed that energy, when I realized, I was in the moment kind of realizing, why am I afraid of something I've been dreaming of? Do you know, this is my destiny. This is something that I really want to do. What am I afraid of? And if I think I'm not ready, get ready. Do the thing to make you ready. So I've already taken steps towards it, and I'm already feeling confident and excited about the webinars now because I love it. You know what I mean? I practice it late. I'm like, oh my God, this is so much fun. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's actually, it just boggles me how we can remain so stuck in a comfort zone that's not that comfortable, but we remain stuck and afraid to try the things that we actually really want to do. That could be your career, your life purpose, your destined relationship. We're literally blocking ourselves from the things that we really, really want and staying stuck in a reality we don't want because just in case, like, it's safe, there's a cushion there. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm sick of just in case. You know what I mean? Let's not go too far. Just in case. Oh, Jesus, the whole objective is to get lost in the magic. You know what I mean? Veer off the beaten track, like, you know, look for that adventure, look for the new thing, look for the thing that makes you excited again. You know, and that's the thing, like, you know, as I said, we get to each next step and we have that excitement, and that excitement builds and builds and builds. And then it gets to a stage where the excitement doesn't get higher. You're still excited. You're still doing the things that you're supposed to do, and you're still doing the things that you love. But it's like, there's a cap on it. And it's like, oh, where's the aliveness again? And that's your kind of your clear sign. You know, if you're doing something and it starts to get, like, it just starts to feel like it's not building anymore. You know, you're still excited for it, it's still fun, and you're still enjoying the process. But you hit this kind of a cap where you're like, I think it's time. It's time for me to change. It's time for me to move on. It's time for me to expand. This is it. Like, you know, we're constantly thinking that we can't do more, that we don't deserve to do more. And like every time we get through that comfort zone again and again, we're just so afraid to take a next step because it's like, I don't want to go through that anxiety and fear again. But can you remember every time you pushed through that anxiety and fear and you looked back and said, what was I even scared of? Genuinely, if it's for you and you push through fear, you realize the fear was unwarranted and you were actually afraid of nothing. And then you're like, so use that as your tool to go forward. You know, like, say to yourself, the last time I pushed through fear, you surprised yourself. And you ended up better at the thing than you expected to be because your fear was telling you that you weren't going to be good enough. Remove the fear for a second. Is this the thing that you've always wanted to do? Is this on your list of goals? On your list of dreams? Because if it is, why are you afraid? Why are we so afraid? Remove the safety net. Remove that cushion. Get out from underneath that warm comfort blanket and literally jump, and your wings will sprout. This is the energy I'm getting. We cannot fail on our destined path. We cannot fail on our purpose path. The only reason or the only way we can fail is by not trying. And I won't even say trying. What is the Yoda quote? Do or do not, there is no try. Because this is it. Like, we don't try our purpose. It's not like we try it out and see if it works, because it's gonna work. This is the beauty of figuring out what is meant for you and why you're on this planet is literally, you get to a stage where there is no try. You just do. Or you do not and stay in the matrix. That's up to you. But like, once you get a taste of the purpose or the reason you're on this planet, there is no going back. So there is no try. There is literally just do. Do. That's all. Just do it, man. You know what I mean? Just go for it. Take a leap, because your wings are ready to just expand. You know what I mean? Remove the cushion. Just take the cushion away. You know what I mean? Just go for it. And I'm saying this to myself as well. Like, you know, get out of the comfort zone. Get out of what's keeping you stuck. You have a list of dreams and goals. Go after every one of them, like, with blind faith that you're going to succeed, because you are going to succeed. This is what we have to keep telling ourselves. Your purpose cannot fail. Your destined path cannot fail. It just can't. It can if you keep one foot in the past, if you keep stuck in that comfort zone, if you don't leap forward. It's the only reason you can fail, or the only possibility of failing, because you do belong in this reality. You do belong in this purpose path. You do belong with abundance, prosperity, whatever, excitement, life. Don't be going back on that hamster wheel, because this is what we do. You know, no matter if we keep taking the step and stay in our comfort zone, we end up on a new hamster wheel. You know, it might be an exciting hamster wheel compared to the one we were on previously or in the past, but like, we are actually literally going around in circles again. And that's the thing, you know, when we go to the next step, it does builds, and then we end up on a hamster wheel again, and we need to jump off that hamster wheel to get to the next level so we can build. And that's what it's all about. It's about building, expanding. This is what we're here to do, and that's the beauty of coaching as well, or any purpose path. You're continuously learning and growing. You never ever stop learning on this growth journey. You don't, and that's the beauty of it. The quote I love is like, the more you learn, the more you realize you have so much more to learn. So that's what we're here for. We're here to learn, expand, and grow. So stop playing small. You are destined for so much more than you think. It's time to leap out of that comfort zone and allow your wings to sprout. And you will fly. You do not need a safety net anymore, because this is your destined reality. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a free discovery call today, and another thing more than to help on your path.